for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series Season number 3 race from Kentucky. And the first ever NASCAR iRacing FedEx official league race is going to be underway from Kentucky Speedway tonight. It's a brand new track on the Xfinity Series and Cup Series schedule, and it's in Kentucky. And yeah, so welcome in live through Kentucky Speedway with the Xfinity Series cars. It's race number 12 of the Xfinity Series season. There are only 2 races to go before the playoffs, and there's a playoff battle going on, and we'll take a look at all that, and then also what's going on in the regular season points. All right.
Yes, keep that in mind. This track is in Kentucky.
Yep. Most famous place on Earth. As we get ready to go here tonight. So, of course, Xfinity tonight, Cup tomorrow. 90 laps on the board tonight here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series. All right, we came off last week where Cole Wilson ended up winning at Watkins Glen. It was his first career victory. We'll see if he can back it up tonight. It was a great points day. He scored the max amount of points that he could, 31.
Yeah, it was a great drive by Cole Wilson last week. He's typically not known for being the best long-run driver. You will normally see him on the short run up in the front, but as we get on, he falls back. So that was a great drive by him, and expect to see more of that coming today and in the future races.
All right, as of course we welcome you live into the broadcast booth at Kentucky. So, of course, I'm Ethan Trendler. I'm joined by Matthew White and Braden Hunsicker, both Cup Series drivers that'll be on track tomorrow night, of course. And so, guys, what do we think we're going to see tonight? So it's, of course, a brand new track on the schedule for both Xfinity and Cup. Cup had preseason thunder here. Xfinity did not. So we're going into kind of an unknown tonight. So what do we think we're going to see on track for these Xfinity cars?
I think you see a lot of drivers from the bottom. I mean, iRacing just got their new season build update, so the top marbles are going to affect the car now. So if you're up there, expect to lose a ton of time. So as a viewer, I would definitely expect to see a lot of cars on the bottom. You're going to see drivers that know how to save tires drive to the front pretty quickly. And yeah, it's probably what you're going to see tonight.
I just came back from getting food. So, what was the question?
Bat points.
It was what do we think we're going to see tonight, because it's a brand new track on the Xfinity Series schedule?
Oh, probably tire saving and good drivers in the front, of course, and bad drivers who do not know how to tire save in the back.
All right, well, we'll see what we're going to have tonight at Kentucky. So the season number 3 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series race in Kentucky is going to be up in about 30 seconds for the warm-up session. Stay tuned here for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series race number 12 of season number 3. So just give us a quick second. Trying to get up and live with the timing and scoring. And yeah. All right. So we'll be up and live in just a quick second. as cars will roll onto the racetrack in a moment. All right. There we go. All right. Welcome live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series from Kentucky Speedway. And no ready contact here with Cole Wilson and Cameron Chandler as these cars will be up the racetrack. And now the 8 car is going to go around as Wilson gets to his quarter van hard in the wall on the back straightaway. Ready, Rojan Koch's going to slam into them. And they got a big crash down here, and the 27 is all torn up. And he's hard in the wall. All right. Early laps here at Kentucky. You got the 88 here of Landon Johnson. Ooh, he gets loose. You got Caden Bailey in his second Xfinity start of the year, heading down to the back straightaway.
Yeah, let's not forget what I said earlier. As we can see in practice already so far, a lot of drivers on the bottom. I mean, if you go look at the exit of the turns, you can see all of the rubber build up across the top. That's what you're gonna see, and it's going to build as the race goes on. So if the drivers possibly start out higher on the track, you're gonna see them come right back on down.
All right, so here is Bailey and then Johnson. So, of course, there's a playoff battle going on in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series right now.
Yeah, I believe it's on the cut line. I have to pull up points to go ahead and see.
So Connor Asbell and Cameron Chandler, they're both technically still in the battle for the regular season championship, but Asbell has a very real opportunity to get him that championship tonight because he is currently 57 points ahead of Cameron Chandler. If he finishes 30 ahead of Chandler in the points after this race or more, and John Wynn nearly got slammed there. That's not John Wynn, there's somebody else. But yeah, anyways, if he finishes 32 or more points ahead of Chandler tonight, then Connor Asbell will be your season number 3 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series regular season champion. And of course, in the Cup Series, that battle is continuing to rage on as Rojan Koch goes hard on the wall, starting to struggle here early on. As there's Cameron Chandler, 2 wins in the year so far. And then
definitely look out for Cameron tonight. He's clearly shown over the past 5 or so races that he has a lot of speed when it comes to tire saving, and with these long runs that we've been getting in the Xfinity Series as of recently, definitely look out for him tonight.
So of course, and then in the playoff battles for the final spots in there tonight, Seven Hathor, who's not actually going to be in this race, is 22 points above the cut line. Then he's got Rojan Koch minus 22, so Rojan Koch has a big opportunity tonight to make up points. Behind him, Maddox Stewart is minus 51. Then they got Mark Prince back there. Zelski, you got some others. Caden Bailey is way back. He is now officially out, and everybody else behind him is now out. And will not be able to contend. And then, of course, in the playoffs, currently you got Connor Aswell, Cameron Chandler, Christian Leonard, Cole Wilson, John Wynn, Andrew Stacy, Landon Johnson, Seven Hathor. But, in the wall hard goes to 77. As they're side by side down this front straightaway. Cameron Chandler top of the board so far, followed by Connor Asbell, probably the 2 best drivers we've seen all year. And then in a Cup Series start tonight, you got Aiden this so far. Or I'm sorry, 3rd fastest so far. Andrew Stacy's having a good run. He's good. How about Landon Johnson? Not bad, 5th so far. Here he is in the wall a bit.
10 drivers in the lobby so far. In 9th place in the 77, we've got a driver we've never seen before. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. I don't want to butcher it, but a new driver right here that we see on screen. Curious to see what type of speed they're going to have and if they can contend for wins.
Caden Bailey down on the bottom. Down the front straightaway is Erdman in his Xfinity Series debut. He's done a lot of lobbies races. You might be familiar with him from there. But here he is through 1 and 2 as Bailey moves up to 5th on board. Maddox steered it down in the car. had an okay year. He's got involved in a couple of crashes, so he currently sits below the playoff cut line. As he gets down there, oh, car spinning down to the inside. It's Cole Wilson in the wall hard.
Nothing new there from Cole Wilson.
And on to urge the Stacy. The 91. Billy goes up to third. A good lap for him. And they go down the front straightaway. Into 1 and 2. Been a bit since we last had a mile and a half in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. So for both Cup and Xfinity, it was Charlotte back in October. So it's been over probably about a month and a half at this point since the last mile and a half race. So, but we're back tonight at Kentucky, a brand new track on the schedule. We had a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies event here a couple months ago with the Gen 4 cars. I had some fun racing involved. But we'll see what we get tonight. Up the racetrack goes Chandler, and Wilson's going to get around him.
Looks like Chandler here is on a tire run. Seeing what speed he has in that car.
Oh, he's going to take out...
Oh, my.
As he takes out Cole Wilson as I say that.
And, ooh, Landon Johnson down at the bottom. Almost got destroyed. On the racetrack now, you got into the 99 of Payson Lindsay, full-time Cup Series driver, making one of his select Xfinity starts tonight.
Payson Lindsay has made a lot of Xfinity Series starts.
Yeah, we gotta make sure it's not too many. Might be penalties involved. Here's John
Bushwhacker.
Nonetheless, Payson Lindsay's, I believe he's locked into the Xfinity Series or Cup Series playoffs now, so nothing really, especially in Xfinity here, nothing on the line. Just looking to learn the track a little bit and see what he can learn for tomorrow.
And they're going to be down the front straightaway. There is the 8 of Chandler. There is John Wynn in the 97. Top of the board goes Connor Asbell.
John Wynn, I believe, is in the playoff battle here. If I pull that up, John Wynn is in the playoffs by 96 points, or not 90, yeah, about 15 or so points. So he's got a slight buffer coming in this race. Definitely wants to be careful though. Doesn't need to wreck the car or anything. Just gotta finish the races, clean finishes, and he should be all good.
Aiden Bailey goes to second. He's having a good run so far. Oh, in the wall, almost 77. He'll swing back to the inside. Rojan Koch is that one of these drivers that has to have two really good nights tonight in Kentucky and the next week in Daytona to end the regular season. They're trying to make the playoffs. Of course, enters this race minus 22.
Yeah, I believe these two races are probably one of his best chances of getting a great finish and possibly getting himself a spot in the playoffs.
Oh, in the wall goes Rojan Koch as Payson Lindsay gets loose on the back straightaway. There's the 91 of Bailey, now third. And Chandler, Asbell, and Bailey, sometimes Donnie, have been kind of swapping positions around the top five. Stacy's now up there as well in fourth. Series Cade and Bailey are rolling the pit road pretty quickly, and he's going to slam the pit wall. Sorry about that, a little bit of lag. All right. There is CJ Erdman on pit road. He's currently 8th. Andy Donahue heading back on the racetrack, currently 5th. He has one win in his Xfinity starts this season in Dover.
He actually swept the Dover weekends when we went to Dover, won the Xfinity race, and then went to Cup and just second half of the race shows up, saved tire really well, and goes and wins.
I mean, that's really what we Donahue, especially of late, as of late in the Cup Series. So it seems like he is just not really there in the first half of the race. Something could be off with him that day, and then maybe with just over halfway, he starts really gaining momentum, and he is up there battling for the win by the end of the race, consistently.
Yeah, we saw that last week with him in the Cup battle that me and him put on at the end of the race. I took off in the beginning and didn't really see anybody for the first half, and then once Aiden got by, he was right there for probably he was there for the rest of the race, so he's really always there, and you're just gonna always see him. You know, towards the end of the race, he's always going to be a contender. If he's still in the race, expect to see him in the top 3.
Yeah, as you got Rojan Koch up the racetrack. Next week, we're going to a track where Aiden Donahue had his last place finish in this year, so in the Cup Series. So he's going to want to try to turn that luck around in Daytona. Of course, he won the Xfinity Series race there last season in the regular season finale. Here's Logan Giesbrecht on the racetrack. He took a little bit of time away from Xfinity and Cup, and now he is returning in Kentucky this weekend. And of course, way out of the battle for the Cup playoffs. He has been eliminated a long time ago. And he's not racing full time in Xfinity, so he's nothing to worry about.
He's just out here looking to learn, maybe win a race or 2 before the season ends, looking to build momentum for the next season. If he's looking to come back full time with his team with Payson, and I believe they're signing a couple new drivers for next season, so I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with that.
Yeah, Lucas Lewis has been signed to their Cup Series program. That deal happened a couple of months ago, so Lewis will be leaving Redford Motorsports at season's end to go to the number 73 LA. As here is Matthew Witt on the racetrack with our Xfinity Series test car. We got one in the Cup Series that Cameron Chandler drives, and right now on the racetrack with this Xfinity car. Yeah,
so far definitely in dirty air. Car wants to pull up the track, so if you're in a straight line tonight behind drivers, especially when they train up, you're gonna feel that, and that's going to be significant, so people are going to want to get this track position while they can.
Here's, the white down the front straightaway. Aiden Donahue goes to 3rd. So we haven't really seen anyone try the outside lane just yet, so everyone's kind of been on the bottom. So we're going to see if you can get any runs towards the top in this race. Expect it to be a more dominant bottom race, as Aiden Donahue actually kind of using the middle lane. Ortiz a little bit up as he's now on the racetrack.
Yeah, I tried the top a couple laps ago. I'm doing it right now. Car's just pushing up the track, and there's no pace. I'm with my little timer here. I'm half a tenth off on the lap, so the top's definitely not where you want to find the speed at for lap times and saving your tire. So I can't imagine you're going to see very many cars going up here for a run. You can see it for passes, but I can't imagine you can see it really anywhere else.
We'll see if anything changes once, of course, the sun goes down. Once this race gets underway. Any little
that will. Front stretch is all shaded up. It's really the back stretch in turn 2, where the sun is right now. So you might see something as the race goes on with the difference of lines. I mean, John Wynn in front of me, he's all on the top right now, so he actually spins down the back straightaway, but he was on the top.
Hard on the wall goes Lindsay.
No, that was Pace.
And everyone else goes by. All right, 12 minutes to go in Kentucky for practice.
Yeah, as the run's built on for me on lap 9 of this run, the car is getting tight, so you're going to want to save that right front.
Yeah, so Matthew mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a lot of long run Xfinity Series. The only race I can really remember that happened of late in the last 10 or so races that had multiple cautions altogether was Nashville. Other than that, it's been a lot of long green flag runs at the end, and we had 0 cautions for incidents with the entire Watkins Glen weekend the last week.
Yeah, and the Auto Club weekend went completely clean until the last lap, but shows that these Xfinity drivers really do have a ton of skill and are clean enough to be able to drive the car fast, contend for wins, and yeah, it's just pretty cool what they can do.
Here's Andrew Stacey. He's had a decent day so far in practice. He's fit, and he's been doing a bit of pit practice. And he's gonna come down pit road. Here's Matthew White in the FedEx Xfinity Series car.
Wait, did you actually join the race?
Just for a practice run, testing out what the drivers feel.
They get some info.
Oh, it's Cole Wilson, middle of the track.
I guess we'll have 4 commentators Brandon, Matthew, myself, and also Ethan.
Oh,
Definitely want to get.
loose.
You definitely want to get that car to the bottom. If you don't get it against that yellow line, you're gonna slide right on up the track.
White goes to 6th in our test car. Better than Cameron Chandler could ever do in our test car.
That's a diss track.
Here's Connor Asbell in the racetrack, currently 2nd. Gonna wrap up the regular season title tonight, and 15 playoff points for doing that. There's Cole Wilson in the middle of the track. He has had kind of a dangerous practice session so far on track, so hopefully that doesn't carry over into the races. These two are battling hard.
Oh my, he just went full speed through pit road. Okay, he just killed the wall.
Oh, Asbell on the inside. He's gonna almost take out the FedEx Xfinity Series
Alright,
car.
let's try our top lane here. First of all.
We should ride along with Matthew White.
Oh, Irie. And who's that? Let's take a ride along. Oh, in the wall. Just slightly. And there's Cole Wilson. Oh! Cole Wilson's going to pay for that. Can't tear up too many test cars tonight.
Oh!
Can't ruin the Oh, got some damage. On the wheel damage there. Anyways.
Oh my God, Cole!
Oh!
And Cole just cost a wreck.
I don't think Ethan Turner Racing has enough funds right now to be paying for all this, as I just died.
Just one left.
Oh,
big wreck in turn
Again,
two.
again ran through.
Cole
Oh,
Wilson,
Cameron
oh
Chandler.
no! Grosjean, go! Just flew through the air.
Alright, I'm gonna
Come
simulate
on.
a qualifying
Turn
run here. I'm gonna
Two.
see what this thing has.
Let's
See how good ETR can prepare its qualifying package.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Not exactly.
It's not the best car. You put too much money into Cole's car.
Yeah.
This car is way more important than his.
Alright, so.
Almost monster.
Oh, Aiden
my-
Donahue in the wall. Let's ride along with the qualifying sim lap here with our test car. With Matthew White behind the wheel.
Very wide exit here, so drivers have a lot of space to come up the track if they need it. Ooh. Have to wait for lap 2 for this one.
Yeah, so, what I at least felt in, as Erdman goes with a good lap, what I at least felt in testing is you're going to be on the gas for a lot longer than the standard mile-and-a-half Xfinity car.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where there's the very wide corners, medium banking, low horsepower in the car, so...
And Asbell gets sideways, turn 3 and 4. Saves it.
Oh, this is
That and-
no.
You're also going to see in the dirty air, the car got very, very tight there. So, as I said before, that's going to be a key thing. Drivers are going to want to get to the front.
Turn 4 on this qualifying sim lap. Currently, Ace is white. Wilson goes with the 6. Hard on the wall goes one car. And that's not going to be an improvement. All right. They're
Cameron
especially
Chandler behind him.
carrying a lot of speed through turns number 1 and 2. Not as much in 3 and 4. You're going to be off the gas for longer, but through 1 and 2, it is very, very quick.
Yeah, especially 3 you have a very wide exit for 3 and 4 compared to 1 and 2, so definitely a lot more on throttle time in turn 1 and 2 than you have in 3 and 4, so that's definitely something to keep your eye out on. There's going to be drivers getting really tight behind others, as I do that right here. But 3 and 4 is going to be different because you're going to be able to experiment with some different lines.
Asbel now almost blocks our test car. He'd be paying
That might
for
be
that.
a fine.
Yeah.
Might be a suspension.
Oh, Landon Johnson, that was nearly catastrophic out of these three.
Yeah, 3-car battle down the front straightaway.
Let's try the top.
Again, these are going to carry into the race, so...
Oh.
Oh! Connor!
Oh, there's a big crash on the back straightaway. It's Andrew Stacey in the middle of the racetrack. Everyone avoids him somehow.
Uh-oh, we got John Wynn in front of me.
Logan,
And,
he's red.
And Cole Wilson. This is just
Oh.
recipe for disaster up here.
4 wide for a second. Oh, that's a big hit.
Oh my god. Huge wreck.
All right, let's try another qualifying run here. Let's put some qualifying tape in this thing. Let's see what we got here.
A lot of cars rolling off the racetrack for final runs here in practice. All right.
Gonna experiment here with the qualifying package. See what this thing's got with the qualifying tape.
Probably not a whole lot. We don't really work on the qualifying packages.
No, ETR's not shown to be one of the best teams when it comes to qualifying.
We won a pole last week in lobbies, though. I know it was a super speedway, but we actually tried.
Super
that,
speedways don't mean anything. All right, I'm gonna get Cole Wilson here.
Side by side. Oh, that's okay.
That's gotta be a lawsuit incoming. I'm suing
He's-
all of ET. I'm suing Cole Wilson after that one. All right, now we can see what this thing's all about.
Unless Cole Wilson comes back.
Unless Cole, yeah, I'm not gonna let him come back.
Cole Wilson's got to get some practice with Goval, so I don't know what he's doing right now.
Cole Wilson, like we said before, short run speed is there, long run speed isn't. He needs to utilize these 30 minutes that these officials very generously give these drivers to practice. So I think Cole Wilson needs to, instead of doing burnouts in turn 3, practice his long run pace.
Oh yeah, he's stuck in the
Cole
ground.
Wilson
Right now.
activities.
Oh, someone's gonna maybe. Nope, guess not.
So, especially when we go to Spa, I think it's still on the schedule, right? There might be some debris from drivers going off the track, and wow, that was some incredible driving by Pace and Lindsay. Just took out someone, and someone's right into the fence.
Hard on the wall goes Rogan.
Oh,
Token. Oh,
Oh my god!
We had the this ETR test car would have been on the
Oh,
pole.
my.
This would have been a 30.4.
You got the stages made up, right, Trendler?
All right, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's see if this ETR car can feel for the pole. But in all seriousness, 1 and 2, if you're stuck behind different cars, you're gonna be tight. You're gonna struggle. So you're gonna be forced to move up to the top, which is going to hurt your tires. You're gonna be tight. It's not gonna be fun if you're stuck. So this qualifying lap that you're gonna have here going to be very detrimental to your race.
That one car wreck in the back. Trying to
No.
get the stage.
And that's
right?
another one right there. All
I
right, we got a minute. We got a minute.
I have it up, but it's because I'm not technically in this session.
Okay.
It's
Just make
not
sure it's
gonna-
open before.
Yeah, I know.
Make
It's
sure
not
it's
gonna.
open.
It's not gonna automatically throw a caution, so I have to manually do that.
Yeah, well,
Hey, you got me for that.
it will once time people cross the line.
Yeah, it will automatically go.
That's
ahead.
what. Yeah. I think because it walks the race, you can't have 10 people.
No, the issue is I'm not in this session, so I'm probably not gonna do that.
It will. Unless you
Uh,
want me to do it.
I don't know. It's fine. We got a guy taking pictures over here in turns 1 and 2. I don't know if he has permission to do that.
I think Kentucky Speedway must have given him position. I don't know why they wouldn't have told us this was happening. Should have made him pay extra for this awesome, prestigious league that we have.
He's following Logan Goose.
Yep.
That's the only car he's taking a picture of. His Cameron Chandler goes to the top of the board in less than a minute.
I heard it was Cash Colt.
Here's
All right,
Cade and
The FedEx Xfinity Series YouTube car has one more chance at the pole.
Oh, there's a crash ahead of him. Cole Wilson and
If the FedEx car can make it past turn 3.
there we go.
You're ruining the league. You're worse than Cole Wilson driving. I think that's 30 seconds, 24 seconds to be exact.
Oh, Cameron Chandler. This might not be the best. He's actually gonna let him go. Stacy, good lap. Ended up to 4th.
I think I'm just gonna do it here
White
for practice.
currently 11th across the line. 3 seconds to go. And 9th. Alright, that'll do it. Sun is beginning to set. Time to qualify in Kentucky.
Times are pretty even.
Yeah, it is very, very close up front. Oh.
That could have been bad.
Horrific crash down there, but we're not going to get to see it. All right, Kentucky Speedway returns. Welcome live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series qualifying in Kentucky. All right, so we got a lot of drivers that could possibly win the pole tonight, so let's give our quick predictions. From the speed I saw in practice, I'm going to choose Cameron Chandler to be on pole.
Let's see, who was top of the board in our practice session here? We had, who was it?
It was Chandler right
Was
at the
it,
end.
Chandler, yeah. I'm gonna be different. I know Connor Asbo isn't the best qualifier, but I think there's a chance tonight.
I think I got Aiden in my books.
Another
I'm going with the Cub driver, Aiden Donahue.
Another dark horse for the pole possibly could be Caden Bailey. He was in the top 5 in practice and looked pretty fast. Through 1 and 2 goes Andrew.
See. John Winton coming to his lap.
And down on the apron. Here's Connor Asbell trying to lock up the regular season title tonight. And 4 goes Carlos Ortiz. Here out of turn number 4 for the first car is Andrew Stacy. Down the front stretch he goes. Benchmark time going to be put down. Is a 30.7.
That's not too bad. He's 10th off from his practice time, but there goes Connor top of the board.
So goes in.
Can you keep it though?
Caden Bailey down the back straightaway into 4. Chandler top of the board. Brett goes 5th. John Wynn slots in 7th. Now Lindsay is 7th. John Wynn's down 8th. Here comes Caden Bailey across the line. Caden Bailey is 3rd. Lap so far.
Bailey's a sleeper.
Giesbrecht's return race.
Huh?
Isn't this Giesbrecht's return race?
Yeah. Here comes CJ Erdman down the front straightaway to put down his first lap. And he backs it down. He is 6th. Good lap. Chandler, final lap for him, I believe. Actually, no, he's done. 30.5. So far on provisional pole for Cameron Chandler. Here is Maddox Beard, currently 8th. Ortiz slots in 9th. Beard across the line. Down the front straightaway he goes. It is going to be P5 for Maddox Beard, so top 5 starting position currently for him. Not bad.
Here we've got Cole Wilson coming out of the track.
There he is.
Past winner from last week. Won maximum points, which was needed for him. That was great points today, exactly what he needed for his playoff chances. Coming to the line here, see what lap he can put down. Gets to the bottom, well, it looks a little bit loose. A little bit loose there. Probably hurt his lap a little bit. See if he goes to the top to throw away this one or to the bottom.
Down the back stretch in 3 and 4. We'll see if it does enough time to make it. As
he missed the bottom. He missed the bottom a little bit. No, this is his first counting lap. He missed the bottom a little bit, so still pretty good lap. P4 for him. Feel like that lap could have been better, so see what he can put down here. Gets to the bottom. Oh man, terrible crash.
Car's missing the hood now for some reason. That's it. There's Cameron Chandler still on the racetrack. He's done though. So it looks like as the lights are now going to come on here at Kentucky, Cameron Chandler.
Here comes Rojan Coke onto the track. Hasn't put down a lap yet.
All right, we'll
Think
see.
he's the only one left that's willing to qualify here.
Coke an opportunity to be on track here tonight. iRacing is, I don't know what they're doing with the lights. It doesn't not look right on the racetrack. Yeah.
It'll fix. It's just the new graphics update. We'll see. But yeah,
Yep.
we've got Coke coming up, looking to set a lap here.
Every time there's a new iRacing kit, I feel like ruins everything.
It's all right.
But we'll hopefully have fixed in a moment.
To the bottom. Guess the bottom pretty well.
Oh, a little loose. Will he
Oh,
save it?
hard
No,
to-
he won't.
Qualifying is over for Ojan Cook, and that'll do it. An Xfinity Series qualifying from Kentucky. Cameron Chandler gonna be on pole, and there he is down on the inside. There's Cole Wilson. He did not put down a second lap, but he was fourth in that first lap. So overall, he looks like he has good speed to start off. Yeah. All right. Ready to go in Kentucky. Chandler in the 8 car on pole, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Welcome live to Kentucky Speedway for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series, the first race in Kentucky for the league for points.
Set
Also,
caution.
let's also not forget. Let's not forget the last time I was in the booth, we saw a terrible flip. So that's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
not.
Charlotte.
That's definitely not out of the question here. So.
Trundler.
Yeah.
Set, go to the caution stage train and set the vanes. It says 1 lap. There you go.
All right. So Chandler on pole. Connor Aswell going to be starting who's outside. Great starting spot for Caden and Bailey. So 3 of the drivers that we thought were going to be very good are heading out tonight. And then you got Cole Wilson lining up in 4th, your winner for this week in the Athens Lynn. Andrew Stacey, very strong start in P5. Also Matt Spear P6. Got Kiffer in a Xfinity Series debut P7. Erdman going to be starting 8th. Lindsay 9th, and Carlos Ortiz rounds at your top 10. All right.
Pace and Lindsay, I believe, with his what race is this? Race 13?
Alright, who is your guys' picks to win?
Yeah, let's go through that. Ethan, you're up first. Who do you got winning this?
I'm going to go with Caden Bailey. He looked very good in practice, starting 3rd tonight. I think he has the speed to do it.
If I had to guess, I think it's gonna be between these top two on the row here. I think it's gonna be between Cameron and Connor. Just like it is every race, you know, you always see them together, always battling for the wins. I think it's gonna be no different today.
For my pick, I'm gonna go Connor Asbell. Been on a slump lately, and I just think today he's gonna get her done and carry this momentum into Daytona.
And he's also...
Before we begin here, could I have the admin in the lobby? Appreciate that. As the cars roll off.
So to give you guys a brief rundown of what's gonna happen with cautions, I guess. We're changed the rules up a little bit. So last I checked, I'm pretty sure 3 cars tonight will equal a caution. Of course, we may bend those rules for a car spinning in front of the pack, and we'll have 1 admin controlling, and 2, I guess, watching for wrecks. So
yeah, it's just kind
of course,
rough rules for the cautions. We're just gonna have to go throughout that tonight. So it's getting better as the sun continues to set. But the lights are definitely looking really weird here. You know, the graphics.
could be
Yeah,
graphics.
just got some weird lighting with the sun and the track, but that should change as we go on.
Yeah, it's already looking.
Obviously, iRacing got the graphics update. The lighting on the cars is different, so could just be something to get used to. But yeah, it should improve as the day goes on.
Could have a hot fix tomorrow, last I checked. So
Yep, could have a fix for this tomorrow. I don't really see a problem with it, but if there is, that will get fixed. Anyways, pace car is gonna pull off here, coming to the green flag.
All right, here we go from Kentucky. Kentucky Speedway returns, and it's the first ever race for the NASCAR Xfinity, or iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series here, and we are underway in Kentucky.
Ooh,
Oh,
stacked up car
77.
on the bottom here. Fanning out here. Like I said before, drivers are gonna fight for this track position. Looking to go 3 wide in the 3rd row.
Oh, Cole Wilson a little loose on the top there.
Ooh, yeah.
3 wide.
Connor Asbo has a black flag from jumping the start. He's gonna have to pull a drive-through.
Yeah, I saw that.
Contact.
No, we got contact as Cole Wilson's up the
Oh,
racetrack.
Wilson,
They're 4 wide.
3 wide. Wow.
Big moment down the front straightaway. Luckily, everyone hangs on. The first lap's going to be led by Cameron Chandler.
Connor's gonna stay out another lap.
We'll have to come down pit road eventually. How about Andrew Stacey already at the 3rd? Battle back here as they race. Oh, we got a car sideways. It's 77. He goes around. And he'll spin. 1 car spin, no caution, of course. Rojan Koch at the inside of Donahue. Oh, 2 more cars. What is
Saved it.
going on at the beginning of the race? And they both will hang on. Erdman and Payson Lindsay. What a chaotic start.
I guess Connor Asbo jumping the start's not gonna have to
Double
Yeah,
checked.
drive-through.
It didn't look like he did anything.
Andrew Stacey,
Oh.
how about him in the 2nd?
Cameron Chandler pulling out to a significant lead here. We've got Connor Asbo back in 3rd. Underneath, who's that? 91 car. Side by side, Connor goes up the track a little bit. Even exit. Gonna be say side by side across the front straightaway and in the turn.
Door to door here once again as they head down into turns number 1 and 2 between Asbel and
Oh, lighten up the track a little bit. Still side by side. Connors has the edge. Don't think he's gonna be able to clear it. If he won't. Yes, he will.
I think they're both starting to catch this 96 as Andrew Stacey is now. Chandler has the 77 ahead of him who went around with just by himself, so there was no caution for that. Top 5
Connor has
currently.
a run. Connor has a run on Stacy here. It's gonna pull to the outside. Not quite there yet.
Top 5 currently Chandler, Stacey, Asbel, Bailey, and now Wilson. As here comes Connor Asbel back to the outside of Andrew Stacey for P2. We're going to take that 2nd
Great.
spot away.
Great move across the outside. That will clear Connor Asbo. He's got his sights set on Cameron Chandler here. See if he can run back down.
You have to watch out for tires. Don't want to push too hard, especially at this track.
Lap car coming up.
Almost contact
Right
between
here. Shouldn't be a problem.
Stacey and the 91. Chandler goes to the inside of the 77 to put him 1 lap down. So he's going to need a caution.
He's gonna have to be careful there not to pull any more than 2 down, or else he's gonna be stuck.
Here comes Cole
Doesn't wanna-
Wilson. Side.
Like we said before, Cole Wilson driving his way up to the field in the beginning. He's gonna be curious.
Oh, he's gonna put the
Ooh.
bumper.
Contact.
A little bit of contact there. Wonder if the 91 just broke a little early into the corner.
Looks like Cole Wilson's getting a little bit aggressive already out here.
Like we said before, these drivers are going to fight for this clean air. They understand how reliable and how much it's needed, especially with this car. It's just now with this new package and dirty air, with this new iRacing update, dirty air is very significant compared to what it used to be. So being stuck behind these other cars, really getting rid of the downforce on the front end, which is going to just send the car right up the track, and that isn't what you want as a driver. Connor Asbel reeling Cameron Chandler in a little bit.
Cole Wilson now on the back bumper almost of the 91 of Caden Bailey, and then he got 3rd place Stacey, and then there is John Lynn currently running in 6th. You got Carlos Ortiz side by side between Logan Giesbrett and Aiden Donahue for P8. Down the backstretch they go.
You've got a pull away top 2 cars, and then you just got a mess behind them. A lot of cars just on top of each other here, trying to get any spots they can.
You also have a couple of cars trying to run the top, trying to get the top started early now.
I'm not sure what's going to be up there with all that rubber, but
Yeah, it looks like the 77's losing a lot of places from running the top.
I think he's just falling back in a lap credit.
He's a lap down.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we've Connor Asbel closing into Cameron Chandler a little bit.
So this is up front, of course.
Didn't have,
Chandler still leading.
Didn't have the greatest lap there. Lost about a 10 on Cameron there, but still closing a little bit.
Yeah, this battle back here is going on now side by side with Aiden Donahue and Carlos Ortiz. Into 1 and 2 they go. Still door to door down the back straightaway. Go, Cole Wilson on the wall.
Cole Wilson in the wall. They're going to split him. Look and go 3 there for a moment.
Pulled on the wall in 1 and 2 earlier.
John went up to the top 5 after a poor qualifying effort. We got a battle for 3rd.
3 wide almost.
3 wide.
Look at Donahue through the middle.
Up to the bottom for P3 right here.
Multiple battles going on in here in Kentucky as Donahue goes to the outside. Oh, he's going to maybe slide up the racetrack here with Wilson on his quarter panel, and John Wynn is getting loose! Oh, he's going to go around, and this is going to be hard. Oh! Caution's going to come out for the first time, and everyone tries to avoid, and Payson Lindsay's going to hit at the end.
Oh, that might be day over for John. That's not what he needed. That's going to be day over.
That did not look good at all.
Terrible.
With this new damage model, that's going to end John's day, I'd have to imagine.
Terrible way to start the race for John Wynn, and now this is going to be a very interesting situation with the points. He did not need this whatsoever. Let's take a look at what happens.
Worst case scenario for this driver in the 97. Did not need this.
Yeah, Carlos.
Huge hit right there.
To the right side of the vehicle.
Carlos Ortiz's teammate is the one
end
that
of
got
the
him
back
loose.
tires a little off there, so that's going to be significant damage. I think that's going to be day over.
Let's ride along with Carlos Ortiz.
3 wide, I guess John didn't know they were there. John overcorrects. It's nailed by Ortiz. Let's go see what Ortiz saw before these cars come down pit road.
Alright, let's ride along with John Wynn. Ortiz on his quarter panel, getting them loose.
John just comes down, overcorrection. Huge hit right there. A little airtime. As we have cars, whole field besides, I think, 2 cars coming down pit road here.
All right.
Yeah, now we have to worry about pit road, but also another thing they added. Too much damage and you could be out of the race. So.
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen to John here. I think that's gonna end his race.
That's big for John Wynn in the 97.
It's the last thing you need, especially in the points position he's in right now.
Rojan Coke stayed out.
Yeah,
Coke stayed out.
That's going to be even
I guess.
Now it's going to be Connor Asbell winning the race off pit road. Chandler's going to be down in 2nd. And how about Donnie to 3rd as we've got a 3-way battle here for 4th.
You're taking another look at the points. John Wynn, like we said before, is only in by about 16 points, so this might put him outside the cut line. This is not what he needs, especially going into Daytona, one of the most unpredictable tracks we have on the schedule.
And he's most likely going to miss out on stage points if he can't get that thing back up. There he is.
I think that car's done for the day. Just looking at the toe and the arm in the back of the car, I can't imagine. Even if he gets on track, I don't think he's gonna.
I don't think he'll be fast.
Very quick, yeah.
All right, first caution of the day, lap number 13 here in Kentucky. Happens with one of your playoff bubble drivers, John Wynn, going around getting slammed by his teammate Payson Lindsay. He was just having a Motor Club collision there with Ortiz getting him loose and Lindsay slamming into him. So not what they wanted to see.
I think that's only gonna be like 3 points for John if he can't. Oh, he gets the car going. Guess his race isn't over.
Payson Lindsay's still on pit road though.
That's
his race is or isn't?
Especially with this new damage model. I thought that was gonna be day over for John, but he's back going.
Got it fixed.
I'm gonna take a look at his car here, see what he's got.
I guess Payson was done.
Yeah, he just slams into John Wynn's end his day early.
With all of these photographers around the track now, we got plenty to look at. John has a ton of back end damage to his car. Front end's a little bent in, tires maybe a little bit off. Let's see the wheel. The wheel's pretty straight, which is generally a good thing. It's a little bit off, but not terrible. I thought that was gonna be day over, but it looks like John has speed in that car still.
I just checked with John. He said his car didn't feel right. He said his car was definitely not on pace, and I could see why.
Yeah.
So, could be some.
Did he say what prediction he had for damage? How much time
He said
had
it
left?
basically. He felt like his car was done, but we'll have to see.
I'm
All
shocked
right.
his car isn't done
The
with.
start's gonna be
Looking
interesting.
at it.
31 to go to the
Grosjean
halfway
Stayed
break.
out.
And yeah, so
12 lap
Coke
tires.
Coke stays
Hope
out.
he's-
We'll see. He gets a great restart, and he pulls away. Chandler to the inside of now Asbel. Aiden Donahue up
Top
there as they
lane.
get up to speed.
Top did not go there. The almost first 3 rows were almost to get clear of the 72. Coke on old tires, I believe he's going to fall back pretty quickly.
Oh, he's
And
kind
they're
of
already
in
gonna
the...
stack
Oh,
up.
Wilson is
Oh,
loose.
Wilson.
Gets completely sideways, and now you get Andrew Stacy. You're 3 wide. Aiden Donahue up there. Carlos Ortiz in the bottom. 4 wide almost
Oh,
just for a
Coke.
split second.
They are 4 wide. Coke is really holding up
Yeah,
this field right now.
he-
They might wreck. They're on top of each other. Looking 4 wide again.
Oh my!
Wilson barely clears it.
Making
Wilson
oh
looking
boy.
to go below the
Oh,
wide.
contact!
contact.
Ortiz is sideways in front of Maddox
Save it.
Beard.
He saves it.
And yes, he will. Still 3 wide, though.
Saved by
bad.
14
Oh,
cars.
no!
Oh,
What?
Coke.
Again, Carlos
Oh,
Ortiz, and they're crashing
terrible
once
crash.
again. Really not sure
That
what
might-
Ortiz is doing at this point.
Not really sure what that was
Ortiz
all
just
about.
ruined
We're
a lot
gonna,
of
we're
racing.
gonna,
He causes his second caution
we're gonna
tonight.
have to look into that for after the race. I wonder if he thought it was clear. That was a hard hit for the 27. I thought he
And-
nearly went upside down.
That's another one of your playoff contenders. Now Rojan Coke could be out of this one.
This is what John wants to see. He has a damaged car. He wants to see all these cars in the cut line wreck out or have some type of problem.
Looks
I guess
like
the
Bates-
14 just thought he had a chance of being clear.
Yeah, that's 2 wrecks now. Carlos Ortiz has paused there. That is,
I guess.
We'll have to check out. Let's look at another angle of that accident there.
I have to give out a penalty. Black flag maybe for him.
We'll have to see what Rojan's got. He's in pit road right now.
Heading along with Coke, this is going to be a hard hit. Whoa, tag there by the
Just
14.
gets hooked. Nothing he could do. Just hits the wall.
Luckily, he didn't hit. Oh, the 2 though. Maddox Beard. Let's take a look at what he saw. He's got a lot of front end damage.
Braden, they can't do mess. You have to do messenger.
Yeah, hard hit there for Coke. Coke's race isn't over. He's got. Looks like his car's not driving right. Front tires just completely off. That car's killed. Still good for him for staying on the track, continuing this race. This car is not gonna drive well for him for the next 70 or so laps. Or
And they're wrecking under caution.
No.
It's between Wynn and Ortiz.
All
Wynn
right.
is in pit road.
I guess it was a replay.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no-
Ortiz.
Ortiz
turned
just
John.
spun out John. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that
Give-
was all
Give
about.
Ortiz a black.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'll give it
go
to
ahead
him.
and-
Oh my
Let's
god.
give him a. Let's
Ort-
check out. I'm gonna check out. Oh, John just drove under him during yellow. I'm not.
It?
John wrecked him under yellow. I'm not really in turn 3. I'm not really sure what's happening here.
I guess it's not really a black flag regardless. It wasn't really his fault.
I think that's...
No, I
that's
don't know
first
what
caution.
John was doing there. I'm not sure the frustration. I'm gonna go back and look.
I believe it's from the first caution. All that.
Yeah.
that.
Might be. I think. I'm not really sure what was happening there.
All right, it's been a chaotic start to the race in Kentucky so far. We're to the second caution already. It's Cameron Chandler, Connor Asbell leading.
Ortiz's day is over. He just parked it for the night. Not what he
Alright.
needed.
I mean, Ortiz had the choice to not retaliate back, but
Dom's coming back out of pit road. Get some more damage fixed.
I mean, that was all Wynn, honestly. I know he got wrecked, but you gotta control your feelings. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there.
he
But
already got suspended once. This
Yep.
Yeah.
series.
issue
doesn't have a great history.
issue solved there. Got the 24 car up to the second row. Started back in like 13th or 14th. So
Yeah, definitely
watch
not
out
gonna
for
help.
Aiden. He's really good in this Xfinity car. Last year, he won I think over 75% of the races. So keep your eye on him.
All right.
Definitely not gonna help his record. That's for sure.
We're going to have 26 to go to the halfway break once we get back. Oh, and it's going to be lap number 20 once we go back underway. So cars out of the race, Payson Lindsay's and Carlos Ortiz do it. Matt Beard wants to try to get that thing repaired and maybe come on the track again.
Yeah, you've got the 27 of Coke back there. You can see his car is not driving in the
Really
right
offset.
direction. Yeah, really offset.
Ew.
You can see his front tires is completely messed up. So he's not going to be anywhere in contention for the rest of this race. But knowing him, he's going to tough it out, finish the race, get his points like he normally does. It's a great thing he has going for him. That's really one of the main reasons he's still in this playoff hunt.
Surprised Rojan Coke is actually even still running after that hard hit into the wall. Thought that car would have definitely been done as they stack up.
Big stack. 24 and 91 have damage. Significant damage.
Aiden Donahue has big back end damage. Now the front end nose damage on the 91 of Aiden Bailey as he falls back with Cole Wilson going to the outside. Almost gets tagged there.
Side by side for the lead. We
wall.
have 8 and 72 side by side. Connor has the lane going up the track as the 96.
Chaos back
Andrew
here once
takes the
again.
blame. Stacy takes the blame for that one, but Cameron Chandler gonna lead this lap as Connor looking to rebound.
3 wide for a second. Here is Caden Bale in the inside of Wilson. You got Andrew Stacy up there. There is CJ Urban currently running in 7th. What a big move as Stacy gets loose.
My God, they're being restless right now.
Really early on this race, you have a bunch of cars getting aggressive. I spoke about this earlier in the practice. Drivers are going to be looking their way, get clean air, and it's clearly showing that drivers want to make their way to the front.
Yeah, ready. We have a couple of cars out of the race from a bit of early race stuff. And now here is Connor Asbell trying to chase down Cameron Chandler. Cole Wilson in the battle as well. Aiden Donahue. He does have a bit of back-end damage. We'll have to keep an eye on that. As here is Landon Johnson inside of the 77 for a second. And they're going to maybe race through a little bit.
We also have the 94 parking it for the day. Not really sure what happened. Might have gotten some damage or something happened with that machine. Connor's closed the gap back up for the lead. Only about 2/10. Connor with a little bit of a better exit.
So you grab the Donahue into the mix.
Been an absolutely chaotic race so far tonight. One of the most chaotic starts we've seen to an Xfinity race this year. Here's Chandler.
Yeah, we've had pretty consistent, clean races as of recently. So this wasn't on my bingo card to see this start of a race. Looks like they've spread out, starting to clean it up a little bit. So hopefully we can get a run to the stage break here.
Yeah, especially at these mile-and-a-half racetracks where usually they're pretty clean all the way around. You got Donahue 3, and now Cole Wilson starting to fall back a bit. Andrew Stacy running in 5th. How about Logan Giesbrecht currently running in 6th? Been kind of quiet tonight. And then you got a battle here between the 91 of Bailey and Landon Johnson for B7. Johnson is starting to catch him, and with all this chaos, Landon Johnson is taking advantage of it.
24 car Donahue starting to close back in for the lead. Asbell also closing the gap back up. It looks like we might have a 3-car battle for the lead coming up soon here.
Johnson just got around Caden Bailey for 7th.
Yeah, 11 people on the track right now. Another person DNF.
We had Beard just parking for the night. I think they had too much damage to continue.
He was on pit road for a while, so he's officially out of the race, and that means now Erdman, Ortiz, Beard, Lindsay, 4 cars retiring from the race already in Kentucky. That's the most we've probably seen in a long time early in the race. I mean,
We got my side back here for 4th place. 96 trying to look for the
CJ's back.
Erdman back on the racetrack, or will be back on the racetrack soon then.
Forgot to put his cool suit on. Gotta go put that on. Got too hot inside that race car.
It's a nice warm night in Kentucky as they're side by side here once again. Cole Wilson, Andrew.
Barely making contact. I thought there was gonna be some contact there. Yeah.
Here is Logan Giesbrecht to the inside of Cole Wilson trying to get in the top 5.
We might have a battle starting to close up for this lead here. Everybody's really close. about equally spread here.
Yeah, no one choosing them on the top, and that's really a safe decision for both of them. For all of them, I should say. Just trying to conserve the tires to the best of their ability to that stage break.
Battle is wrapped up as it will be.
We're gonna have a
look at
battle
this.
for second here.
Donahue closing into Asbel for a P2. Back there is.
Aiden tries to top.
Oh, in the wall hard. Car on the back straightaway. It's Caden Bailey.
Ooh, not sure what happened there.
Oh,
Aiden.
down onto the inside of the.
Oh, he's inside. Let's see if he can get it going.
It's out of the way, so there's not going to be a caution.
Oh,
He's
battle
out of
for
the way.
second
There
here.
he goes.
Let's take a look what happened. He's having such a good night up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just lost it. He just lost it on his own.
Wow.
Hit the inside wall, wrecked the car. And that was it.
A lot of drivers wrecking out tonight.
I mean,
Big
this has been
mistakes.
unusual. As now, here comes. How about Landon
Wow.
Johnson driving through the field? He's up to 6th, passing Cole Wilson, maybe up to 5th. On the bumper of Logan Giesbrecht as Wilson back to the inside of the 88, almost 3 wide for a second.
For second, side by side between the 24 and the 72.
Here comes Aiden Donahue to the inside of Asbel.
Remember,
Yeah, the only thing I can think about with these drivers crashing out like this, it's got to be something with this new iRacing build. I mean, I believe the Xfinity and Cup cars got new aero updates, so it could have something to do with that. Tire model's not.
See
implemented.
Connor Asbel and Aiden Donahue side by side.
and remember that both top 2 drivers are locked into the Xfinity playoffs already.
A little bit of a better exit here.
Connor Asbel
Little
trying to
side
wrap up the reg season title tonight. And he just has a decent night. Doesn't even need to finish ahead of Chandler. He will do that.
Aiden's gonna go ahead and clear. See if he has anything for the 8 car coming up on the halfway break
We got
in about 13 laps or so.
Chandler's finished second to Aiden Donahue a whole lot. He's gonna want to try to flip that around tonight. Of course, he still has his 2 wins at Fontana and Charlotte.
Oh, to the wall a little bit.
Asbel on the wall just a little bit, not gonna really hurt him.
I think his tires are starting to wear down a lot, trying to chase down Chandler.
Yeah, I think he might have burned on the stuff a little bit. John Winslow on the track.
Currently
car
one lap
definitely
down.
does not look like it's driving too well.
He might become a track captain soon, so you have to keep an eye on him.
I mean, but what a chaotic 33 laps we've had so far. I thought, honestly, we were going to go green the entire first half.
Yeah, with this how bottom lane this track is, I didn't really expect to see this type of racing this early on, but I guess I was wrong. Wonder if Aiden has anything for Cameron as this stage winds down.
Chandler, of course, started on pole. He's led most of the laps so far tonight, coming to lap number 34 in Kentucky.
On the wall a little bit. Lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling the pressure.
Now, Aiden, he has a lot of experience of
Oh,
saving
we got
tires.
tight. Cameron a little tight off the corner. It's going to give the 24 a good chance to catch up here.
Got one on the wall back there a little bit. Scrub the wall back there. Pick up the straight, though. As pretty soon be, next time by, it's going to be 10 to go on stage. And it's been an interesting night here in Kentucky. A lot of DNS.
Yeah,
Um,
Some playoff contenders.
there's
A lot
only
of cars out early on. You're going to have Coke coming up. That car is killed. Got the 24 closing in a little bit to the 8. 8 trying to... Cameron Chandler trying a different line. See if he can build a better exit here over the 24.
down the front stretch they go once again. We haven't really seen this chaos since maybe early in the year in Las Vegas, maybe Miami. But mile and a halfs earlier in the year had chaotic. There have been a lot of chaotic Xfinity mile and a half races so far this year. As Rojan Koch gonna come to move down to the inside. He's currently beating John Wynn by 1 position, but that probably would not be enough.
No, if he has any chance, I think he's going to have to win the race next week and
Broke up in the wall, I guess.
win the pole.
Whoa! Connor
H.
Asbel.
Whoa, Connor Asbel.
He came up in the
struggling.
Coach's
27
gonna
quick.
need to win.
Yeah, Coke's gonna need a a really good race next week. He's probably gonna have to get max points if he wants any chance and John to wreck out.
Yeah, and it's, of course, Daytona. Anything could happen there.
Yeah, it could make or break your season.
John or
Into the,
John's got
playoffs.
nothing on the line after it's either you're in or you're not. So he's just looking to try to win that race and see what he can do.
Of course, Connor and Cameron are both. They're the only Xfinity drivers locked in right now. No one else is. And I think it might stay that way for a long time, for a little bit until Daytona.
Oh, entering tonight, Cole Wilson, I think, might have an opportunity to lock himself in. He's currently running in 7th. And Cole Wilson was plus 39, so he will have an opportunity to lock himself in tonight. We will have to wait and see.
John getting lapped for a second time here. His car is definitely really damaged. Just trying to get out of the way, not cause any more trouble.
All right, so we just got news here. Top 5 finish in the stage. We'll see still the regular season title for Connor Asbell, who currently runs in 3rd. So if he finishes top 5 here in the next 6 or 7 or so laps, then Cameron Chandler's regular season title hopes will go away, and Connor Asbell will be crowned your regular season champion.
Yeah, all Connor wants to do is just bring it home to the stage, get it done, and just steal up this regular season points championship here.
Of course, he had such a good year early on. Now in the second half of the season, it's been kind of the Cameron Chandler show.
Yeah, Cameron on the last probably 6 or 7 races has had a ton of speed. Probably been the fastest guy.
Just joined.
Probably been the fastest car all for these past 7 weeks and most dominant we've seen anybody in the Xfinity series so far.
5 to go to the halfway.
Other than Aiden Downey last season, but this season it's I think Cameron's been the best car. Probably is the best championship odds at the moment, but that obviously can change.
All right, after the chaos early on, we're now kind of on a long, run here to probably end the stage.
Cameron's been dominant since the beginning of the race, I feel like.
Even though
he's showing it right now.
Even if he finishes second in the reg season points, then he'll still get 10 playoff points from that. Connor Aswell is going to get 15. He's going to have a really nice buffer heading into the playoffs. Starting to fall off here, 2 seconds now back from the leaders, Connor Aswell.
Yeah, I think
watch out.
Connor pushed a little bit early in the run, just doesn't have what he had before.
How about Landon Johnson? Got to give him a bit of a shout out tonight. Currently running 5th and keeping pace with these guys up front. Hasn't had the greatest speed all year long, but really showing when it counts tonight at Kentucky.
3 laps remaining in stage 1.
There's Andrew Stacy running.
Field's pretty spread out, not a whole lot of battles going on, just drivers trying to make it to the stage, get their points. Rosejohn's actually going to get 2 points, even being a lap down. John's going to get 1 if everything stays the way it is.
2 to go. Like Donahue just too far back to trying to make a run at it. Cameron Chandler's been consistently the fastest car on the racetrack all day long. Trying to hold on for the stage win, and in a lap and a half time, we will most likely crown a new NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series regular season champion. And Aiden will no longer be that. He's up the racetrack.
He's slow.
Is he pitting here?
Oh,
I think he's just letting him
I'll let Connor go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to give Connor the point.
Aiden's not racing for any points.
All right, final
One
lap.
lap remaining stage.
That might have been a team call right there. I think Aiden realized he couldn't catch up to Chandler. Just gave up the spot. Tried to give the spot to Connor. Extra point. You know, who knows? That extra point could mean a whole lot, especially coming into some of these cutoff races.
Braden.
All right, so 3 and 4
Yes.
goes Chandler.
What?
Turn number 4. Cameron Chandler's going to see the green white checker flag. He's going to win the stage, and down the front straightaway for second, Connor Asbell is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series season number 3 regular season champion.
What, Ashton?
Oh, I was gonna tell you a story question, but I got it. Never mind. Oh, Cole wasn't going for the grass.
Oh,
Oh,
my. Oh, he
Cole Wilson.
bounces.
As the pace
Yeah.
car comes up. What happened? Let's take a look real quick to what happened to Cole Wilson. Struggling. Okay.
Oh, he just cut through the grass.
No one stopped on the front straightaway. I
Okay.
think someone was. The number.
Cole
Whoever
just cut through the grass. Out no reason.
All right. So caution's out for the third time. It's the halfway break after interesting first half in Kentucky. Not at all what we expected with the chaos.
I guess when was just stopped right in front of pit road. Don't know what that
Not
was
sure
about.
if he couldn't turn in or what happened there. Not really sure.
Yeah,
It's in pit
but
road now, but that was
I
odd.
think is it confirmed that Connor Asbell's your regular season pointsman? Okay.
Yes, it is confirmed that.
All right, halfway break pit stop's going to be underway. So they already took the first set of tires. They got 3 laying in the pits. This is going to be their second set they're taking. All right.
John has manually disconnected, so they were for John.
Yeah, just wanted to score that one stage point. Now he's just going to focus on Daytona next week.
Looking to just get a good finish for that one. Try to get as many points as possible.
Yeah. This got that damage from a 14 car of Ortiz, and that it broke it a lot.
Yeah, Carlos.
But anyways, pit stops.
Carlos Ortiz was the main, I guess, cause of all this early in the race.
Logan had some problems getting into his box.
Since Johnny Guyan's out, do you guys care if I commentate?
Well, we got.
Not really.
I don't know. We got a lot of commentators. As now Cameron Chandler's going to be off first off pit road. Second's going to be Connor Asbell. Third, Andrew Stacey. Now fourth, Landon Johnson. Fifth, Logan Giesbrecht is going to fall back to looks like maybe even 7th or 6th. Good stop for the 77. He'll be up to 5th.
Cameron Chandler gonna hold the lead over Asbell through this pit cycle. Aiden looks like he's falling back a little bit.
Yeah, Aiden Downey back to 5th.
I do want to point out.
I think he was fixing some of his damage from that restart.
Usually, in the second half is when things get chaotic. And I think it's happened every single race of the season.
Well,
I think.
Not necessarily. We've had a lot of green flag runs to the end, especially in the Cup Series as of late. Xfinity had one, of course, in Watkins Glen. This was the final caution, or the only caution, I should say, the halfway break for both races, Cup and Xfinity, last week at the Glen. But we'll see what happens. We'll restart on lap 50. Donahue's still on pit road. He's pitting for a second time. Same thing with Rojan Koch. Koch, there he is, 27. Just trying to compare what he can. Try to finish this one out. Get Erdman back on the racetrack, 5 laps down.
Johnson up to 4th. He's had a pretty good day.
Not sure if he took 2 tires or just had a really good stop there. I mean, interesting to see what he's got for the short run, maybe even the long run if he's got some tires left.
I mean, over the couple of seasons, the past 2 seasons, he has not really had the pace. I think is he looking for his first career win today?
I believe Landon Johnson is looking for his first win.
His last NASCAR iRacing FedEx League win was all the way back in Lobby's week number 1 at Atlanta. That was in October of 2023.
Going far back, but that's been over a year since Landon's won any NASCAR FedEx affiliated thing.
Yeah.
All right. 31 laps to go I think I did. No, I didn't do the math wrong. No, yeah, I did. 41 laps to go in Kentucky.
I'm to 48, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to restart.
You will restart here on lap number 50. Second half of the race going to be back underway. Chandler Asbell on the front row. We're back at the racing here in Kentucky. Kind of a weird start with not a lot of go.
Not a good restart for the outside lane. We only have 8 cars on the racetrack who are in contention.
We almost got some contact.
What a great restart by Andrew Stacey. Oh, he's loose out of the inside of Asbell. Your newly crowned regular season champion will pass him.
Asbell and Andrew Stacy got loose.
Well, Wilson up the third now. Here comes Aiden Donahue back through the field on that newly repaired 24 car.
Andrew's still a little bit
Now
loose,
we're-
I'm pretty sure.
Now we're really gonna see what this 24 has. No damage on the race car, clean track in front of him.
Got the 88 of Johnson currently running in 6th. There's Piper down in 7th. Logan Giesbrecht 8th.
Chandler
And-
pulls ahead again and out to over a 10-second lead here.
Yeah, Chandler's been very good on the
Probably.
week. He's also been very good on the longer runs. Maybe in the shorter runs, Asbel gains a bit, but on the long runs,
I mean, yeah, I think it just comes out to what point of the track you're running at this point, late in this race.
Yeah, I think the race is just gonna be tires. Connor
Oh!
is really closing in.
and the wall
I'm
goes
not really
to 77.
sure. I'm not really sure what happened to Chandler there. I wonder if he got tight or lost a lot of time.
Here comes Connor Asbel. He's got to go now if he wants to take this win away. Down the front stretch to go.
Not sure if maybe Connor's just not saving as hard as Chandler is. Curious to see what's gonna happen there.
He could have learned something from the first half, but he's on his way to the front.
Aiden
But you
Donahue
also
back
have
there as well.
Cole Wilson in the mix.
Got Cole Wilson up the third. Obviously, he's not known for being one of the best in the long run, so probably should be looking to take care of his tires here, not overdo it. Doesn't really want that to happen, but Asbel closing in the Chandler here. Wonder if he's gonna try to force the issue here. Just stay patient.
So I don't believe
I can't have
they have to pit again.
I don't believe so.
I can't
Oh,
Ooh.
Andrew and the people
I-
back there.
They do not need, the drivers do not need to pit again.
All right, battle for 5th going on. Stacy and Johnson. Landon Johnson has had a very solid night so far. Wants to have that continue. Trying to get to the back bumper of and down the front straightaway. Logan gives right to the outside of the 77. That is his teammate. The newly formed Clear High Racing.
Battle starting to close up for the lead again. Asbel has a good corner exit. Closes back in a little bit. Cole
Gotta make
Wilson's
sure you
still
don't
right
push
here.
too hard trying to catch someone.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're not overdoing your tires here. Want to make sure you have stuff for the long run. If this race were to go to the end, you don't want to have bad tires left on that car. You want to still be in there for contention. That's what these drivers have to be wary of, especially I think a little over 30 laps to go in this race. So drivers are gonna need to keep their eye on that.
We haven't really had a late race caution since the Auto Club, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why. Yeah,
tough.
That race. The race that only had one yellow? I think so.
I think so. I think it was the stage.
I can
That was it.
check real quick when the last race that was like that was.
Cole Wilson just lets Aiden go there.
Donnie up on a third as Wilson back on his bumper. Get him a bit loose. That last race was Nashville, actually. That was like the big standout. I mean, he had a long run in Charlotte, long run in Martinsville, long run in Dover, long run, actually not a long run in Atlanta. And then Miami was chaotic, so was Vegas and Daytona.
So I don't. Do we go back to Atlanta?
No.
This. Okay. Well, we've had.
Michigan is the standout for me coming up on the playoff schedule. That's the first time Michigan's been within the playoffs in this league, and Michigan has proved to put on great racing, and especially with it being a playoff race, it's going to be interesting to see if that race is clean or we're going to get a bunch of yellows because of what's on the line. But it's going to be interesting to see as that race comes up who's going to have speed for it, who's not, and
that's gonna be the first time back at Michigan with the updated Xfinity cars too. I don't think we ran Michigan before the changes to the Xfinity car. Not this update, but last update.
And then, of course,
yeah, I don't think we have either.
Kansas will return as the championship weekend for both Xfinity and Cup, as always. And then you got Talladega back in the round of 8 as well as Chicagoland now in the playoffs. Bristol also is the championship cutoff. And then the Charlotte Roval for the Cup Series and Spa for the Xfinity. and a couple other races there as well. The Southern 500, the Cup Series to start off the playoffs, and yeah.
Really going on right now. Everyone's just going for the lines, but we want to go crank it up here.
Yeah, we
I feel like
can.
this would be a great time for it.
30 laps to go in the Xfinity race at Kentucky. Let's go to crank it up in Kentucky. "26 laps to go from Kentucky Motor Speedway tonight. Top three separated by about 0.3 of a second each, and now the battle could be on for the race lead in just a moment. Connor Asbell starting to reel in your leader, and dominant car of the day, Cameron Chandler, with Wilson falling off, and Donahue coming into this battle as well. Three of your best Xfinity Series drivers all time.
They had that on front straight away.
Yeah, I thought Connor was gonna fall off a little bit there. I didn't think he was saving tires as well as Cameron was, but I guess I was wrong. I guess Connor was saving more tires than I thought. He's still right there. This is the most competition Cameron's had all day, so this is different for him. He's got to be looking in his mirror.
Mirror driving somewhat.
Will Donahue start to put pressure on Asbell on the very long run to call Asbell really fall off? But we have really not seen anything falling off on the 72 car. If anything, he's been catching Cameron Chandler the last couple of laps, 24 to go.
I think the two cars behind Cameron are both rolling in. I think Donahue might be faster than both of these cars in front.
He could be saving tires.
Yeah, that's hard to tell right now, especially with him being behind Connor. Connor up the track a little bit. He's running that little bit of lane off the bottom, building a little bit of a better exit. I thought that was going to hurt his tires more than it actually did. So, that was
the 8 car. He like slings it into turn 3. Unlike Connor, he tries to run the middle-ish.
Yeah, that was interesting to me because the lower you are with this tire model that iRacing has, if you're closer to the bottom, that means you're saving your tire savings better. So it's interesting. Connor running a little bit higher. I mean, he's falling off a little bit now, but gains it all back on the exit. So that's just something to watch out for as this race goes on.
Top three back down the front straightaway. Let's watch in here. No battles really going on throughout the pack. Here is Asbell back up the racetrack with Donahue back on the bottom. 22 laps to go. Donahue with the clean air there, going to get a decent exit off the corner and might close on Asbell.
I feel like Connor's starting to struggle a little bit. Looks like he's a little tighter. Definitely not as fast as Aiden. I don't think he's as fast as Cameron anymore. So,
If we want, we could ride along with Asbel and see what he's doing and around the track, especially with those braking points.
Here's the back end with Donahue chasing it.
a lot clearer corner for Aiden there. See him gain a little bit back. We were talking about Connor falling back, but he's right back to the 8. The 8's actually up the track a little bit.
I think they're experimenting with different line as this race.
I think they're starting to experiment with middle line here.
Yeah,
Definitely looks better on the exits. I don't know what it. I don't think it's gonna help the tires that much, but
Asbel is trying
I
to
could
close
be
it.
wrong.
Ooh, we saw Chandler get loose down on the bottom, hit the apron slightly. There's Aiden Donahue still trying to stay content in third.
I think they're just trying to keep up with each other at this point. You know,
You can
Aiden,
see
of course, is the Cup driver, and all these other guys are trying to race for points right now.
Connor's up the track and Cameron's up the track, so it looks like the lines are starting to shift here, which is I did not expect to happen, especially around this track. So, especially in 3 and 4, you're gonna notice it there. The driver's getting off the yellow line a little bit.
It could also be because of that tire runoff. They could be getting around the track
Yeah, that
a
could
lot
be
more.
true.
Probably just trying to see what line's better. Of course, all tracks, the line somewhat changes, especially depending on how much your tires wear. And I think this is one of those tracks.
Wouldn't be surprised if you look for a pass here. I think the 24 is
Ooh.
faster, almost contact.
On his bumper, and they're going to stay content through 1 and 2. Asbel up the racetrack. Momentum could come with the 24.
I think Asbo's a little bit faster in 1 and 2 than and Aiden. I think they're both a little bit faster than Cameron in 1 and 2, but I think in 3 and 4, just Cameron can just pull away from them in the middle of the corner, and that
Yeah,
just leaves the 72 and 24 no chance to just get anything.
Here comes Aiden.
Donahue to the inside, side by side for second place. Aiden Donahue, Connor Asbel, door to door. Asbel might have momentum to the top, but they're still side by side. Heading down to the back straightaway once again. Will the 24 have the advantage? We'll see in a moment.
These two are going to want to be careful. They're losing a lot of time right now staying side by side, so one of them is probably going to have to give up the spot if either of them want a chance to win this race.
Oh, Donahue up the racetrack, almost contact, crossover,
inside.
back to the inside goes Asbel.
We might have something going on in the back. I have no idea. My camera just apparently turned to Johnson back here. I don't know what's going on.
I think he hit the wall. They're good. These two got to be careful. They're losing a lot of time right now, and with only coming to
Also
15
burning up
laps
the
to go,
stuff.
I don't know if they're gonna. Yeah, they're burning up their stuff. They're running out of time. I think Connor might just have to lay over here. He already has the regular season championship, so this race and the next race don't really matter a whole lot. So I think if you want your main rival at this point, Cameron, I think your best shot is just letting the 24 go, see if they make contact, rough each other up, and maybe give yourself a chance to win.
So Asbel will allow Aiden Donahue, of course, now to go past. Donahue has about 7/10 of a second to make up. He is not really gaining a whole lot. You saw at the end of the run, he was actually losing time for the stage. So Cameron Chandler's car has been just the strongest all the way around, and Donahue has anything for him in the final 14 laps.
14 laps, make it up 6.5 of a second. It's going to be a tall order here, but it's not impossible. We've seen it happen before.
I
Just
know.
Aiden's going to have great laps here. Cameron's also going to have great laps for his sake, but these two just have to mirror each other.
Ooh, Chandler got loose a bit. That might give some momentum to the 24.
I know we talk about this all the time, but you know, lately cautions are always a possibility, especially how the first half went. Second half is always the more aggressive one, as I think Aiden's starting to somewhat close the gap on Cameron Chandler.
What's on the line at this point? I think you're going to have to be very careful. Cameron, I think he's just about got second place locked up or third, wherever he's at. I think he's got a playoff spot locked up at this point by a very good margin. So, and then of course we have Aiden behind that's not racing for points. So
Chandler
I
still
mean,
about.
Aiden's been, it's been pretty
Aiden's-
quiet.
I think
Not
Aiden's
much.
a little bit faster right now. Connor's falling off like we saw in the first stage. I don't know if they're going to be able to make up all this time in 12 more laps, coming to 11, but
I hate to
it's
say
not
this.
impossible.
We'll see
I hate
if
to say this,
Donahue.
even though he's been competitive, I think Connor might need a caution at some point. I think his tires is really starting to fall off right now.
We'll see
Yeah,
if
I think
Donahue.
Connor just tried to push a little bit too hard and lost too much tire, and I don't think he's really got anything for Cameron or Aiden.
We'll see if Donahue starts to maybe search around a bit to try to find a different line to run. You got 11 to go here. Not really closing in a whole lot. Got some good momentum down the front straightaway. Actually now down to a half a second, but he's going to need more in these final 11 laps to catch and pass Cameron Chandler. Catching the driver is one thing, and then, of course, passing the driver is another.
Yeah, it's fall off right now for the 8 cars, about 2 seconds from their fastest laps of the race, so whoever
He's
saved their
closing.
tires, yeah, he is. He's under half a second now.
10 to go. Cameron
think
Chandler
laps
looking for his...
left.
What's up, Brayden?
Um,
Oh.
Cameron Chandler looking for
Yep.
his third win of the year.
Gap is really closing up. It's under 4/10 of a second now, so I'm not really sure if just Cameron had a bad lap or two right there, or Aiden's just that much faster.
Donahue
Yeah.
goes
Track
to
a
the
little bit.
top. Chandler kind of also tries to take that line away. They're kind of even through 3 and 4. Maybe a bit
Yeah,
of a better exit for Donahue.
Cameron aero blocked a little bit right there with this new aero model that iRacing implemented with this new 2025 Q1 build. The dirty air in these next gen, the Xfinity cars and the trucks are all a lot stronger now. So following a car, it's not going to make the car feel good.
Look at Donahue now to the top. He goes way wide. And to try to get any momentum, he loses a bit of time off exit. We'll see if he gains anything. Almost in the wall down the front straightaway. No, he will not. He's going to lose time from that, down at 10th.
Yeah, I still don't think the top's the way to go around this track. I think you just gotta.
I think the middle is the best lane, honestly, at this point.
I think at 3 and 4, the middle is proving to be the best, but Cameron's just going in it, so I don't know if, with this dirty air that I just talked about, I don't know if Aiden's gonna be able to have anything.
Chandler now goes almost to the top. Goes higher than we've seen him go. Donahue now runs a bit of a lower line, and Chandler actually pulls away.
Oh, we got a battle going on in the back a little bit. Landon Johnson and Andrew Stacy. I think. No, it's not Andrew Stacy. CJ.
Yeah, he's Erdman's
Just a
currently
lap
five
car,
down.
yeah.
Coming to 6 laps to go from Kentucky. Cameron Chandler is absolutely dominated. Even Donahue trying to push for anything he can. In these final couple laps, he's way up the racetrack there. Going to lose more time. Back to about 7/10 of a second with 6 to go.
see Rojan Koch back on track.
36
Race it
laps down. He's just trying
Still
to...
looking to get a top 10 out of this. Pretty cool for him, wrecking out early and staying in it, getting the points.
Yeah, he's lucky that this race had so much
we
chaos.
got contact in the back a little bit.
Take a look. It's-
88 and 80 car.
Yeah, I don't know what Erdman's doing. He's 5 laps down currently. He's racing hard with some of your lead lap drivers.
Looks like we're gonna have a battle here soon
Yeah,
between the 7th and 8th place car.
roughing him up a little bit. He's running the top. No, it was between the 88 and CJ, the 94.
Yeah, Landon Johnson too happy with Erdman. He's trying to get a top 6 finish tonight, and Erdman is just sitting in his line.
I mean, these 3 could spark the last
Whoa.
caution.
Oh, Logan in the wall bit.
I don't think 88's really happy with the 94 CJ. He's trying to chase him down, it looks like.
Yeah, at this point of the race, you as this far back in the pack, 5 laps down, you can't really do anything. You just gotta get to the end. You don't need to be causing any wrecks this place. Not contending at all, but
Rojan Koch's car is pretty fixed up. Is now a big gain for Cameron Chandler through looks like 3 and 4. And it's going to come down the front straightaway to just 3 to go in Kentucky.
He does not want to see that caution flag at all during these last couple of laps. And this would really, you know, give him a big boost in the coming to the playoffs.
Cameron Chandler has finished second behind Aiden Donahue multiple times. Happened in Charlotte last season, Chicagoland, happened in Dover this season. He's getting tired of it. Finally won his first ever race in Charlotte. Well, of course, Donahue was not racing. He put up another win in Fontana in a photo finish with Connor Asbell. 2 to go until he finally beats out Aiden Donahue for one of their 1-2 finishes.
I mean, yeah, he's just looking for a win at this point. He wants to be one of his biggest competitors. Probably since Aiden was in the Xfinity Series.
All right, he's got 1 lap to go. Time to send him off in Kentucky. Final lap for Cameron Chandler. Second lead, just gotta bring it home. And it'll be his 3rd win of the year. And he's gonna try to finally beat Aiden Donahue through 1 and 2 for the final time. The 24 just not really able to do anything. Final time down the back straightaway for the 8 of Cameron Chandler. He's currently in second in the points. Gonna finish second behind Asbel, who claimed the regular season title, but with 2 races to go until the playoffs, now gonna be 1 to go. As he comes down the front straightaway, Cameron Chandler is going to see the checkered flag. He's gonna win his 3rd Xfinity Series race of the season in Kentucky.
What a drive for him. What a drive for, I guess, just
almost
Team
every
Chevy Motor
lap.
Club at this point, yeah.
And he takes away Aiden Donahue's signature slide. Right in front of Aiden Donahue.
I'm not sure if Aiden's gonna really like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, gives him a little.
Giving
Oh,
a
the
little bit of
car.
chops, yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, Cole Wilson. Okay.
Cole Wilson doing Cole Wilson things. Nothing new there.
Of course, your winner last week, Cole Wilson. He finished
Nowhere to
4th.
be seen tonight, of course.
Cameron Chandler, what a day tonight. He wins in Kentucky. And he will burn it down on the front stretch. Win number 3 of the year. He's got 2 mile-and-a-half wins and then 1 at Auto Club or Fontana. So 3 big tracks for Cameron Chandler. And this is good for Chandler. We got a big track, Kansas, coming up for the championship. Got Michigan, another 2-mile race in the round of 8. The round of 6, you got Talladega. I know that's an unknown. You also got Chicagoland in the round of 8. So he's got a good shot at here to get a couple more wins before the season's end. As Donahue comes to congratulate him on the front stretch. And Connor Asbel burning it down for his regular season championship. He is the season number 3 regular season champion. And there he is in the 72 car. He gets the job done tonight after the stage. An impressive season for Connor Asbel. 3 wins early on. He's been kind of second man to Cameron Chandler as of late, but still having a good year. As he tries to race for the Xfinity title. Chandler blows the motor, but he's going to take it to the victory lane anyways. Your winner in Kentucky. All right, post-race interviews coming up. After a fun night in Kentucky, it was chaos early on, of course, with multiple cars being taken out of the race, and then kind of got cleaned up after that. The only other caution there was no cautions for cause after lap number 20. There was only the stage break. All right. So we got post-race interviews coming up in Kentucky. Cameron Chandler in a dominant drive for you guys tonight. You will win your 3rd race of the year in Kentucky tonight. So ultimately, what was it like on the racetrack there, and how confident were you in your race car all night long to just take the lines away from everyone and just dominate tonight, leading pretty much all the laps and getting the stage win and scoring max points with the pole as well?
Yeah, so Connor was really fast in practice, so I copied a little bit of his lines, got some speed there, and we got the pole, and it was just smooth sailing the whole way. Apparently it was really hard and dirty air, so once Aiden at the end of that just started, he was running us down a little bit, so I just moved up, took the air, and eventually just pulled away with some better tires.
So, of course, it's your third win of the season. All 3 wins have happened at big tracks: Charlotte, Fontana, and now Kentucky. So, of course, Asbel locked up the reg season title tonight. So you're going to probably fight for second. I believe you're going to lock that up tonight as well. So, ultimately, what's the goal heading into Daytona to try to prepare for the playoffs coming up in a couple of weeks?
Avoid the terrorists and Payson Lindsay, John Nagayan, and Cole Wilson, whoever else decides to show up. And yeah. But anyway, as always, thanks to Lively's Custom Diecast, official diecast producer of FedEx Cup
Nope.
Series, and
It's
incorrect.
not even the Cup Series.
Oh yeah, FedEx iRacing Series. My bad. And yeah, I will see you guys in the booth and back at Daytona.
All right, as Cameron Chandler will join us in the booth as always for Kentucky next week, and we'll see you on the racetrack in Daytona for the Xfinity Series.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so coming up next is your second place finisher, Aiden Donahue. Aiden Donahue, you guys had good speed all day long. You ultimately will end up in second place. So, is there anything other lines you were trying there at the end of the race, and to try to chase down Cameron Chandler? Is there anything you maybe think could have went your way better to maybe try to get the win here tonight?
I don't know. Cameron drove his ass off and he outdrove me, plain and simple. He's a hell of a race car driver, and congrats to him. But I just kind of wanted to do the race tonight. It's a new update with iRacing, so I wanted to see how the marbles felt and um, how like the overall dynamic of it was leading into tomorrow. I feel like I've got some good notes. But yeah, in regards to the race itself, I don't know. I just had fun. Really, it was fun battling with Connor. Fun driving through the field a couple times. No, dude, Cameron had it in the bag as soon as he got up front. He was untouchable. I could get close to him, but as soon as you got in his air, you burn your tires up too much and off he goes. But yeah, hats off to him.
So, of course, you're going to be battling for the Cup Series win and regular season championship tomorrow night. So, most likely will not be locked up for either of you. It's about, I can check real quick. It's very close at the top between you and Matthew White. So, currently
like
in
8 points.
yeah, it's 8 points. So currently
Yeah.
in the playoffs. So we got 2 races to go until the playoffs start tonight, or I should say tomorrow night in Kentucky, and then next week in Daytona. So do you think there's any chance you guys can try to catch up to Matthew White in these final 2 races and try to claim that reg season title from him?
Well, if I'm gonna have any shot at it, I gotta be at least even or ahead of him going into Daytona, because I know how scary good he is at Daytona. That plate racing isn't my thing really, but um, it's gonna be interesting. The decider for the regular season is definitely gonna be Daytona. We're gonna do our absolute best tomorrow. I know it's gonna be a fight. It is gonna be a fight tomorrow. But nah, this whole season with Matthew's just been an absolute. I couldn't even imagine when I came to the Cup Series this season. I didn't know how it would go, but I'm having a lot of fun battling this guy for the top spot. It's really fun. So we're gonna continue the fun tomorrow, but we'll see. Daytona is definitely lingering in the winds right now, so do the best we can tomorrow night. But once again, hats off to Cameron tonight. He absolutely deserved the win, and congrats to Connor on the regular season championship. It's awesome for him too.
All right, well, nice job on the second place finish tonight here in Kentucky for the Xfinity Series, and we'll see you up tomorrow night in the Cup Series.
Yes, you will. Bring it on.
Jaden Donnie, your second place finisher. Coming up next, Cole Wilson. He finishes third. Or I'm sorry, no, Connor Asbel. He finishes third. So Connor Asbel, you finished P3 tonight here in Kentucky. Good day for you, but overall, the more important thing is you officially lock up the regular season championship tonight. So how much confidence is that going to give you going into the playoffs?
I'm just gonna keep the same mindset. Just because of the playoffs doesn't mean I have to up my game a little bit more. As long as I just keep running consistent and keep running with like Cameron and whatnot, I should be able to get all the way to a championship.
So we're heading into the Daytona next week. I know it's not really going to matter for you points-wise, but what ultimately are your expectations as you're now going to be kind of let loose here? You're going to be able to race for it because you're locked into the playoffs and then locked into the reg season title. So what do you guys think you could do next week in Daytona?
I'm doing the doubleheader actually, so I'm hoping to win both of them. Try to lock that down, but also win the Xfinity Daytona race because early this season I had a shot, but got wrecked out of it.
All right, well, still nice job on the P3 finish tonight, and congratulations on the regular season championship with your 15 playoff points that come along with that, and we'll see you next week in Daytona.
All right, see ya.
Coming up next is going to be Cole Wilson finishes 4th. So Cole Wilson, you ultimately come home P4 after winning last week in Watkins Glen. So you came into this race plus 39 to the cut line. So I believe you're going to lock yourself into the playoffs after your performance tonight. So ultimately, how do you feel about your day here at Kentucky with this 4th place finish?
Yeah, it was just a really solid points day. Definitely needed. Struggled the first run. Really fell off a cliff at the end. But good restart after the stage, and we were right up with the front 4. I faded a little bit at the end and just barely held on in front of Andrew, who ran a really good race. But I'm just happy with it. Again, clinched with the points. Go on to Daytona and hopefully can get a jump up maybe to the 3rd seed.
Yeah, so you're going to be racing for 3rd there. So 3rd place does get 5 playoff points, the final playoff points scoring position in the points at the end of the regular season. So do you guys think you're going to be able to hold on and have a good race in Daytona to claim 3rd with those 5 playoff points?
Yeah, I mean, Daytona is very, iffy, but hopefully just stay out of trouble and be there at the end.
All
Maybe
right.
get some stage points also.
All right, well, we'll see you possibly up tomorrow night in the Kentucky Cup race and for sure up next week in Daytona.
Yeah, thank you.
Coming up next going to be Andrew Stacy. He finished 5th, came to this race plus 38, and I believe he will lock himself in. Andrew Stacy, you finished 5th tonight. So I believe you're going to lock yourself into the playoffs after this performance with 1 race to go until the regular season next week in Daytona. So ultimately, how did you feel about your car with the speed in, and how satisfied are you with a top 5 finish, and of course locking yourself into the playoffs?
I mean, I'm pretty satisfied. I mean, I feel like I definitely could have gotten P4 there, catching Cole J. Wilson at the end. If I had maybe 1 or 2 more laps, it would have definitely had some changes. But overall, I think we did good. Team helped me a lot with the team strategy, and overall, I think we did really good. I think having more people on our team and in the race definitely helped with performance-wise. I think all of our drivers got like top 10s except 1. But overall, I think we did really good. I'm excited for locking myself in before Daytona because I was honestly worried about that. But yeah, I want to thank my spotter, and top 5 finish is, I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
So I believe you're technically going to still be involved for the 3rd place points situation where that place scores 5 playoff points heading to the playoffs. So do you guys think you're going to have a strong night in Daytona next week with other drivers maybe having issues for you guys to claim 3rd?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know we're gonna probably be 3rd coming into Daytona. We just need to control, just not get any wrecks, get some good wreck avoidance. I mean, I'm pretty decent at that. I got some practice for when it was my 2nd race at Atlanta. But I mean, overall, I think I think I will do really well as a team. I think having more drivers will definitely play a factor of our finishing position.
All right, well, nice job on locking yourself in tonight to the playoffs. As now officially, we just got the report. You move up to 3rd, 1 point ahead of Cole Wilson currently, and we'll see you next week in Daytona.
All right, thank you.
A final interview tonight, Logan Giesbrett comes home 8th. So Logan Giesbrett, in your Cup Series return tonight, Xfinity Series return tonight, you will finish 8th. So overall, how did you feel about your car and your day?
Well, first of all, I got really lucky there in the crash with the 97. He spun right in front of me, and I think they updated the damage model just recently. I only got away with a little bit of front end damage, so my car was fine after that. We made some good passes mid-race, and overall I think it was a good return, but it just kind of fell apart at the end. Didn't manage my tires the best, and I had fun coming back, so that's good.
All right, so we're going to be heading in to, I'm assuming you're doing the Cup race tomorrow night?
Yes, I am, and the rest of the season.
All right, so what are your expectations returning to the Cup Series at a brand new racetrack in Kentucky tomorrow?
I usually do pretty well at Kentucky, so I expect to do decently, but definitely not running for the win, that's for sure.
All right, well, still nice job on the run tonight. Top 10 in Kentucky for the Xfinity Series, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Cup Series.
Thank you.
Okay, final interview now. Rojan Koch. Rojan Koch, unfortunate day for you guys. You got taken out early in the race, so take me through what happened there to get you guys the damage and pretty much out of contention for a decent or a good finish tonight.
Didn't hear part of your question, but I believe you were mentioning that incident that we had. Yeah, we had a pretty competitive AG growth Miltech car. Unfortunately, I believe the 16 hour, I don't remember, his name's Carlos. He thought he was clear when he really wasn't, and hooked me. I got crashed into another car, the 2, and then got a pretty bad hit. I had 20 minutes of repairs, but we managed to get out there a lot of laps down, but finished the race with the P10, thankfully.
So we're heading into Daytona next week for the regular season championship. So regular season finale. You will enter Daytona -12, the final driver below the cut line. So do you think there's a chance for you guys to have a really solid race in Daytona, beat some of your competitors for the cut line, and end up making it into the playoffs?
For sure. I am positive that we can have a good race. We just have to play our cards right, be there at the right time, stay out of trouble, and take a gamble here and there when we have to.
All right, well, still nice job on the run tonight. Sorry it kind of ended with your chances for the win, ended early in a crash, and we'll see you next week at the World Center of Racing, Daytona.
Thank you, Ethan.
All right, so that'll do it tonight. We'll give you one final look at the playoffs heading into the regular season finale in Daytona. Just give us a quick second. Okay. All right. So there are your playoffs heading into Daytona. So Asbel, Chandler, Stacey Wilson, Johnson, John Wynn, Christian Leonard, they're all locked in on points because the max points you can score in Daytona is 31. So it's going to be between Seven Hathorn, who hopefully we'll see next week at the World Center of Racing, and Rojan Koch, and Maddox Beard is out for the final spot in the playoffs. It'll be one of those two. Cup Series is more wide open. We'll see what happens after Kentucky tomorrow night. And yeah, that'll do it from Las Vegas. Or why did I just call it Las Vegas? It's not Las Vegas. It's Kentucky. So insane race all night long. Congratulations to Cameron Chandler on the victory tonight from Kentucky. So the Cup Series is coming up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That should be a fun one. First ever Cup race at Kentucky Motor Speedway, or Kentucky Speedway. So yeah, that'll do it for the Xfinity Series tonight. One spot up for grabs in the playoffs between Hathorn and Koch. That'll go all the way into the next week, the regular season finale in Daytona, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But of course, Cup coming up tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday night, lobbies on Friday, and we will see you for those two events. So that'll do it. Thank you for watching, and on behalf of all officials, team owners, drivers, commentators, everyone involved in making this league what it is, we will see you tomorrow night for the Cup Series race in Kentucky.